Hello and welcome everyone. I know I am in the faraway cam. I'm on the plant cam. My main camera is not working on the full screen. I don't know why. Here, look. Wait, Um, but it is it is me, this freak of sound here, bringing you some more Legend ZA shiny hunting, or at least an attempt to shiny hunt. So Monday when we were here, we did a little bit of shiny hunting in area Wild Zone 20. I wanted to try and continue that because one, I want to keep trying to get as many shinies in there as I can, especially since the starters you can only find in there. I want to try and get all of the starters there. But also I would like to hopefully and potentially get a Shalfa. But that said, let me just turn on real quick. Blocking myself off, sorry. Just kidding. Hello. Anyway. Let me switch to here. Oh, back here. Not entirely sure why, because this was the camera I wanted to use to start streaming. I don't know why it wasn't. I did try a little bit of shiny hunting off stream yesterday. It didn't go over so well. Well, not that I attempted shiny hunting really all too much. Like I more so was just trying to get a Shalfa. But we're here. So I think what I'm gonna do is the same thing as last time, where it's just like I'm gonna go and do laps around, and then we'll reset. We'll reset with the bench, and yeah, it'll be we'll go from now until about, I want to say 1 o'clock. But it'll just be fun. It'll be chill vibes. Figure out what else. I'll figure out things to talk about in the midst of me trying to find shinies. Yeah, it's just gonna be a fun, chill time. Also, I do want to make mention for anybody who is joining, who is new, who wants to stick around and see what this is all about. One of the goals that I'm trying to make is I'm trying to get to at least 100 followers, subscribers, whatever, across the board, across all the platforms where I am streaming. So if you do enjoy the content and you want to see more, be sure to drop a follow, subscribe wherever you are watching this from. I would really appreciate it. And but of course, that is if you guys enjoy what you see, or you want to come back around for future streams. The last time that we were doing this, we got 4 shinies. So we got Malamar, Hippowdon, Charmander, and I'm blanking on the 4th one. Oh, Roserade. So we got 4 shinies. So I am hoping for maybe the same amount, if not more. But I am really hopeful that we can get a Shalfa. Glaceon is always going to throw me off because since the colors are a lot more vibrant in this game, it it makes some Pokemon look like they could be shiny. And I guess really what I mean by that is like Glaceon and Glaceon, Leafeon, and whatever other Pokemon that their shiny sprite was just a like a slight color differentiation. Or maybe not color differentiation, but I don't know how else to explain it really. Like somebody just kind of increased the brightness or decreased the brightness on the Pokemon's existing sprite. But I hope that I don't know. I haven't been awake for too long, so forgive me for kind of not being all here, or being all over the place, rather. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was going to sort of mention well, not talk about this in a way that is like for sure, but just kind of in a way that's like more so speculating. And what I mean by that is like we have we have Legend ZA, and allegedly Pokemon had a data breach in their projects for the next 10 years, supposedly got leaked. And I was like, okay, I don't know about that. But I don't know. It does. There is this kind of like curiosity as far as like the potential of like what could happen with Pokemon games, future Pokemon games. I mean, because right now we are sitting on a potential Gen 5 remake. Well, not a potential, but a Gen 5 remake that just hasn't been teased or anything like that. And honestly, I sort of understand. Because again, it's not like you're just having to do like a Gen 5 remake. Well, there's multiple things, right? One thing being Gen 5 was the only game that really got like a post-game, well, I guess now there's Legend ZA, but before that, Gen 5 was the only generation of Pokemon that got 2 games based within the same region, and that had a story that followed one another, right? So I can imagine that one, it's a little hard to try and figure out exactly how you're gonna do that, whether you want to either one, remake both of the games together, 2, do like how you did it back in the past and release Black and White first and then Black and White 2 afterwards, or 3, the potential to just say screw it and just kind of go for a, I guess, like a black and white 3 type situation. But in that case, I would assume that at that point they would probably just go into like a Pokemon Legends entry. Because the only other way that I could think that they would really like incorporate everything into black and white, or as far as like Gen 5 goes, is they would just make something that is like a post black and white / black and white 2 universe events setting. That's the word. But they would probably do something like that, or they could do something like that. I honestly kind of hope they don't, just because I would like to experience black and white again. I would love to experience black and white 2 again, and I know I can easily do that right now, but to see it in a more like modern style, like something like how Legends EA is, like I would like to see it in this kind of style. But I also just, I feel like Legends EA was the last game for the Switch. I don't know. I could be wrong, and we might see Gen 10 on the Switch. And as much as I want that for the sake of other people getting to experience whatever Gen 10 might have to offer, I also feel a little greedy in saying this, but I would also kind of like it if Gen 10 were just on the Switch too. And the only reason I say that is because that's essentially what I was going to end up saying. But I don't know. I don't know, especially since right now what we seem to be experiencing is a surge of a bunch of games that were great on the Switch are now getting Switch 2 upgrades. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is honestly why I would argue that Gen 10 has the potential to be just a Switch 2 exclusive. Just because the Switch 2 has only a few exclusive. And I feel like what they could do is, I mean, that would sort of push the sales of the Switch 2 if they haven't already. Because honestly, at this point, I feel like not trying it. I don't think it would be. It might, but I don't think it would be, because how would I say it? It's like, I'm sure that like, even though Nintendo makes some questionable decisions, I do think that they are at least smart enough to see that, hey, a lot of people are liking the Switch 2 versions of games, and a lot of people already have the Switch 2. Like, my full and honest opinion, I think the only reason, like, we're still seeing Switch 1 games being sold and seeing Switch 1 games still being produced is because people would rather pay for those games. But either way, that doesn't make sense. Just because I want to feel like I on my Switch 2 for something other than DK Bonanza. What do you think the probability of a Switch 2 port of Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess HD are? I would say there's a high probability of it. Wind Waker, I don't know. Wind Waker, I don't know, just because they brought Wind Waker over to the GameCube for Switch whatever the fuck that thing is called. They brought Wind Waker over to the GameCube version of the Switch Online, or whatever you want to call it. Or because how good Link's Awakening and Echoes of Wisdom did. Imagine a remake of Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons that art style. I'm gonna be so honest with you, Chief. I have not really played many of the Zelda games. Like, like I've seen some screenshots, some gameplay of some of the Zelda games, but if you told me which games they were from, I couldn't tell you. I think the only one that maybe I could point out would be Wind Waker, but again, I'm not sure. Wind Waker and that one creepy fuck from Skyward Sword, Girahim, I think his name is. But that's honestly what. So, wait. My hope though is a Switch 2 exclusive remake of Black and White with some Black 2 White 2 content added in. I feel like that's the biggest obstacle for them right now, is trying to figure out what to do with Gen 5, really. And I don't know if you were here or if you come in a little after I had mentioned it, but I think what they might be doing is they might be waiting to, or they're trying to figure out how. That's a big Chikorito. Oh yeah, I think that. Well, I'm not sure if Megas are going to be here. Well, with Pokemon Champions, I can imagine. Yeah. Yeah, Pokemon Champions might have been the sort of confirmation that Mega Evolutions are kind of here to stay. But going back to my original thing, I was saying that what they could do is a couple of things. They could either, one, do Black and White and do like Black 2 and White 2 as DLC, but I feel like if they did that, they would probably charge a little bit more compared to what they have been charging for DLC. But if that were the case, honestly, like I wouldn't be too mad about that. But the other possibility, they do it like they did in the past, and they do black and white remakes first, and then do black 2 and white 2 after. Yeah, I can almost like I agree and also disagree with that, because having black 2 and white 2 as their own standalone games was like, it was more than just, oh, here's black and white but just extra content added in, right? It was, here's a whole other story that takes place after the events of black and white. So it's like, it's hard. I feel like it would be hard, unless if you were sort of doing it as like a teaser that black and white 2 remakes were coming. I feel like it would be hard to just incorporate just some of the areas of black 2 and white 2. I'm not saying add black 2 and white 2 as, you know, I'm saying like, here's the starting town set before the events of black and white 2. Don't you start in the same town in both black and white and black 2 and white 2? Either I'm tripping and I don't remember, or the way you're wording it is getting me a little mixed up. Oh, I just thought about this like just now. But one of the things that I hope they do add with the black and white remakes, or the thing that they bring back, is the hardcore mode, or whatever that was called. I'm pretty sure it was just hardcore mode. I hope they bring that back. Like, honestly, honestly, bring back the hardcore mode, because I never got the chance to experience that, and I could, because I still have the DS. I have, I think, black and white. I need to get black 2 and white 2, some way, somehow. And all was it? I don't remember. I never experienced it, but either way, some some refined mode, or refined challenge mode, I think would be pretty cool. Again, I never really went and did the challenge mode. Like, I did the story for black and white, fucked around, did some, basically got a whole bunch of Pokemon raised. Black 2 and white 2 came around, played through those. And that was pretty much it. So where is my boy Squirtle? Where is my shiny boy? I think though, if they hold off on the black and white remakes for some time, I think we have the potential to see some form of a quote unquote black and white 3, but it would probably just be a Pokemon Legends entry. Because honestly, like, it made sense that, you know, we got the Diamond and Pearl remakes, as awful as they were. Yeah, I think like a Legends entry would probably be something to more so do with Kyurem. Oh, no, Kyurem is probably the best bet. Because I was going to say, aside from that, all they really have to explore is... Oh, yeah, I don't remember. The fourth genie was there to be a pain in my ass in Legends Arceus, and that was about it. Like, I haven't used her or anything like that in Scarlet and Violet or anything like that. Maybe I will at some point, but... But yeah, I was gonna say it made sense that Legends Arceus came after the Gen 4 remakes. So honestly, with Legends ZA, I could see a Gen 6 remake somewhere in the works. See? I'm glad that I'm kind of on the same wavelength, because I was thinking, like, either they focus on Kyurem, or they would focus on Keldeo in some way, shape, or form. But honestly, having a conflict between both Keldeo and I'll call it true Kyurem would be pretty interesting. It would be an interesting concept to... Yeah. That would be another... I could honestly either be a game set in the past or set post Black and White 2 era. They probably will. Like, I can say this with, like, 90% certainty, I do feel like they will come. I was talking about so I had mentioned this on Monday, but I was talking about the whole rumors of the Legends EA Pokemon not being able to be transferred out of Legends EA. And I was... Oh! You leave me the hell alone. There is a Shalfa in my midst. You get out of my face. Hello, Gudra. Will be mine. I need you to turn... No, not this way. What? Not be dumb. I still got a full night too, so... Yeah, baby! Where is he at? Get in my box, or get in my party. Actually, no, you can say that for right now. Oh. Yes! My first Shalfa. And let's have a look around just to see if we find any other shinies. I got so tripped up by that. I wouldn't be surprised if regional forms of Pokemon came to the DLC. I'm gonna be so for real. That shiny alpha caught me so off guard, I forgot completely what I was talking about before. Just one? Yeah. Yeah. Volcanion would be cool. I feel like Diancie is going to be one of those Pokemon that's always just going to be a Pokemon of Wonder aside from whatever mystery gift event we get. Oh, it's a new season of Ranked. I just realized. And new peak update today. Interesting. Anyway, the Gen 6 Fire Water Legendary was Volcanion. So the Gen 6 like mythical legendaries are Hoopa, Volcanion, and Diancie. I think that's it. Yeah, Gen 6 didn't really have too much aside from There are too much in terms of legendaries that I can remember. Like they had Jarnius, Yveltal, and Zygarde, Volcanion, Diancie, and Hoopa. Could I tell you another one? No. Cause like that's the only Pokemon like yeah. I mean that was kind of like the same thing with Hoopa, I feel. Like of course Hoopa was like, hey, we're giving Hoopa a movie or whatever. I mean, I guess same thing with Volcanion too. Ow. Volcanion, they also gave a movie too, but in terms of like game lore or I guess really just lore in general, it was just like, hey, here they are. Excuse me. Oh, Diancie also got a movie. Wait, Diancie and Volcanion were in the same movie, I think. Why is only one? Oh, do I have to wait a certain amount of time for the other alpha spot to respawn? What had lore in Ultra Sun Ultraman? Oh yeah, I guess. No. Yes. I know Hoopa had like a little, I know Hoopa had a little bit more lore in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, even if it wasn't like distinct or anything like that. It was just more of like, hey, Hoopa is just a little mischievous thing who comes in and can use these rings to go across dimensions and all that fun jazz. And that's how you're able to get the legendaries in Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. I know it's Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, but you know what? I played Alpha Sapphire. But yeah, I mean, like, I feel like once we got past Gen 2, I feel like there was always just kind of like one, like Gudra. Imagine if that also spawned shiny too. I would probably shat my pants. Anyway, I feel like once we got past Gen 2, there were just like we ended up getting one Pokemon that got neglected in some way, shape, or form in terms of like lore. No, sorry. Past Gen 3. Yeah, well, see, the thing was that I was thinking of Jirachi, at least in terms of the games. Because, like, I know there was Jirachi, Wishmaker, or whatever that movie was called, where Jirachi got more airtime and was able to Yeah. I mean, if we didn't have platinum come in, then it would have been Heatran and Giratina. I guess similarly to how oh, you're talking about Manaphy? The only legendary you could ever really breed and oh. Heatran had a oh yeah. Wait a minute, I didn't even think about that until now. This volcano will know the power of man and or woman. Ah! Sorry. Anyway. Boom. Be me outside of the volcano trying to seduce it. Oh, you won't do shit. Check out these moves. I'm going to make a lore update that you can't access or that you can't get the Heatran in the volcano unless if you use attract on it. Use attract on the volcano, get Heatran. I may have been tripping, but it looked like that Roserade just did a fucking 720 spin. Hello? Ow. We're spending some time. What a nice bench. Oh, excuse me. Give me poor ink table. Give me a shiny of a Pokemon that I can Mega Evolve. Give me a Shalfa. Give me a Shalfa, Malamar. Oh god, Lucario. Hello. Saw a joke about Legends EA recently. Well, it's in France, so there's plenty of jokes to be made there. Well, it's based off of France, sorry. Fucking funny, actually. Ah yes, Jet and Jet and Vinny are actually not from Kalos, so they set up the wild zones to protect the Pokemon from the Frenchmen. Oh, that's so fucking hilarious, actually. Rafty. You know you wanna be shiny for me. You will not. New theory about one character from GA. Hit me with the theory. A game theory. Gardevier. Oh, I know I didn't pronounce that right. I would like another shiny, please. Another one. Don't worry. The wild zones protect the Pokemon from the French. Good thing I'm not French. Well then in theory then Cybold is Tawny or whatever the male counterpart's name is, Urbane or something like that. That would then mean that he's their dad. Oh, I'll shut up then. I will. I will shut up. We're not gonna hit me with more shinies. More regular shinies? Can we at least hit me with another Shalfa? Probably not a Klefki. I do find it funny though that the last time that I was streaming, somebody was like, "Oh, are you interested in a Shalfa Gudra?" And I was like, "Sure." And then that didn't end up happening, and now my first Shalfa is a Gudra. What a weird way that fate has to work. Oh yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. But I'm basing your theory and basing your theory and my comment off of something that I have experienced post game. I wish either of those two would be shiny. Yes. I want to see shiny Mega Scolipede so bad. I don't want to look it up. Same thing with Jumpa. I don't want to look up any of the new Pokemons, the new Mega Evolutions, shinies. I know they're probably not too different, but I still just want to see. Well, scrap days would probably have to be a little. But I haven't looked just for the sake of experiencing it myself. And if I have seen it, then it was probably during the ranked battles, and I don't remember anything. Yeah, I remember you showing me the Rapidash, as well as like the G-Max Charizard. Oh. That's a good one. I still hold this belief that if the Galarian birds if the Galarian bird shinies are basically the color schemes of the Kanto variants, then the Kanto variants should have their shinies reworked to match the Galarian birds. I would absolutely kill to see that, actually. Yeah. That's that shit that we need. We need that in the actual games, though. I'm so tired of seeing sunburnt chicken exposed, turned up the brightness ice bird, and then dipped in orange juice electric bird. Ow. Very interesting. No prize medals. Rita, Picarita, Bose Raid. Base stat of 500 now. The hell? Oh, what the hell? Oh shit. The fancy French dog. Wait, really? It had 472 before? Very cool. Use. Garbage door. do. Oh man. Oh yeah, next weekend is the Pokemon Go Wild area. I forgot about that. And they're doing the the global wild area is next weekend. They're doing the Nagasaki wild area this weekend. I honestly should check to see if they have released any sort of information as far as like the mighty Pokemon that are there, that are going to be there rather. Because I mean, depending on the mighty Pokemon, I might go and play. Because I enjoy Pokemon Go. I enjoy Pokemon Go, but I also, like, I can only enjoy it in bursts. Like, if there's no sort of events going on, then I can't. Like, I can't play it. If there's no sort of events going on, or if there's nothing that's really catching my eyes, I can't. Like, there's only so long and so much attention I can really give to that game before I'm like, okay. But I'm hoping the mighty Pokemon are at least worth it. I think Grimmsnarl can be gonna be a mighty Pokemon, but I'm not entirely sure. I know they're doing Gigantamax Grimmsnarl. Ow. Excuse me. I'm actually very surprised that Pokemon Go has not put out any information on it. I would probably have to do that. I'll probably have to do that in between work. But, I think in the Mega Dimension DLC, we're probably gonna see Mega Yveltal and Xerneas. It's just a small hunch that I have. I'm not like 100% positive on it, but I want to say that they would probably end up giving, since they already have a few legendaries that have megas, I assume that they would maybe try to give more megas to legendaries, especially if they're doing regulation sets where you can have a restricted Pokemon. But I feel like if they do that, then most people 9 times out of 10 are going to be running Mega Zygarde anyway. So is that a shiny? Oh, being lied to. Alright, cool. They could, but I think the thing is though is that if they did lean into a Pokemon fusion of sorts, then they would limit it to certain. They would probably only limit it to like specific Pokemon, because I think the thing is that when you have, like, if you have a situation where you can merge all Pokemon together, or fuse any and all Pokemon together, it kind of takes the novelty away from being able to fuse these Pokemon together. Not that I'm saying that Infinite Fusion, not saying that Infinite Fusions wasn't good or anything, but it was just like, it was cool and it was funny and it was interesting to see what some of the designers, developers, whatever had in mind as far as like fusions went. But oh, I so forgot that was a thing. I so forgot that was a thing. But yeah. Zapmokuno. Zapmokuno real. And I need to see if there's more, well, I'm sure there is more Pokemon Adventure mangas, but I need to see where I can get the rest of them. Yeah, I couldn't tell you the reason either. An Aggron. Go shiny Aggron for me. Got Crocodile and Gyarados, Labrador, Bulbasaur. Also, just throwing this out there since the thought just came to my head. I feel like if there were another Pokemon that could do fusion with certain other Pokemon, I would honestly say Deoxys. Or at least Deoxys would be an interesting concept to see. Being able to fuse with other Pokemon. Yes. Yes. Ditto. Melton, I could see being a case of being able to fuse with other steel Pokemon or other electric Pokemon. Certain other steel Pokemon or certain other, well, electric Pokemon, I mean. Okay. More shinies, please. Oh, Alucha. It could be shiny. Alpha and shiny. Alucha. I'm sure Mega Halucha looks the same. And it's shiny as regular Halucha, but I still want to see that shit. Give me my Luchador, please. Help me. Gardevoir. Arby. Gardevoir. You know, if we could actually get shiny Gardevoir, that would be great. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go for another hour or so. Well, until 11:30. See if I can't get another shiny, maybe another 2 shinies. And then once 11:30 comes around, once 11:30 comes around, we'll take a little bit to kind of get Pokemon, or at least get 3 Pokemon trained up for the ranked battles, and then 12 o'clock we'll spend from 12 to 1 doing the ranked battles. Actually, maybe I should figure out who my 3 Pokemon are gonna be. I could show off and I could run the shinies that I have. But at that point, it would be probably Charizard, Goodra, and Aggron. I don't know about that. I'll figure it out. I would figure it out. I could get a Bro, every time I see that Goodra now, I'm like, I'm just like, please don't give me another shiny Alpha Goodra. Well, if the game did, I would probably go to my girlfriend, if I'm being honest. I'd be like, look, big funny yellow dragon to use. Big funny sloppy yellow dragon to use. Guitar. Alex. Oh. Alex. It's so funny because I never cared about Foulings before, but now that now that it has a Mega Evolution, I'm like, damn, I want a shiny Foulings. Shiny Foulings. Well, shiny Mega Foulings, and then fucking Afion, Malamar. My big derpy boy. A big derpy boy Totodile. Let's see. And at least now the good thing is that Greninja's Mega Stone can be obtained easier, even though I already have it. I think also Delphox's Mega Stone is easier to obtain. I don't think you have to get the same rank. I don't think you have to get the same rank as you did with Greninja in order to get the Delphoxite or whatever they decide to call it. Where is R? Where's shiny? If I really wanted to, I feel like I could be a complete fuckhole and just use shiny Ariados. I'm not going to do that though. It would more than likely be the team is more than likely, unless if we find something else here that we can use. The three Pokemon I'm bringing in are probably going to be Charizard, Aggron, and Goodra. We ought. I think if we can find like a Lucario. So I think my plan is going to be go in with Charizard, Goodra, Aggron. But I think if I can find like something like Lucario, Scrafty, one of those two, I might just use one of them in place of Aggron. Excuse me. I just also have to remember where to go to reset the Pokemon's EVs, and also where to train IVs, because got bottle caps and gold bottle caps. Where the fuck do I use those at? Do. Whoa! Whoa! Real question. Should I go to a different wild zone? Hello, baby soul. The thing is that I could go to a different wild zone and then try and hunt something there. The real question is, what would I hunt? I'm just trying to think of if there's something specific that I want to look for. Technically, it's the starters and any of the alphas that spawn here, but what I could also do too is I could go and try and find Gibble. You know what, we'll do this. We'll spend the next 10-ish minutes trying to hunt around here. Then we'll go to that wild zone where Gibble can potentially spawn. Try and hunt that there. Try and hunt something there. Because I think we can also get camera up. We can get alpha camera up. So we have the potential to find that shiny. But I think if I can get... I think if I can get Gibble, then I'll probably... I think the main Pokemon that I'm thinking of switching out is Aggron. Because... I don't know, really. Aggron just seems like the... Because, like, I've seen people use Goodra. I've seen Goodra be tanky. And I know that Mega Aggron didn't get the name The Wall for nothing, but I think if I remember correctly, its defense is pretty good, but then its special defense kind of is a little stinky poo poo. And the thing is that with Greninja having a Mega, and with with a good majority of the Megas, I feel being special attackers, I feel like it would be good to have some kind of balance between both defense and special defense. bum 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 bum. I know I'm going to be walking into season 2 of ranked battles with a completely different team, and well, rather, I guess, a little more organized compared to first season, because I mean, season 1 I didn't, or season 1 of the ranked ZA battles, I didn't know that you could go and reset your Pokemon EVs at a cafe. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could buy vitamins post-game. I didn't know mints existed. Thought mints were a myth in this game. Yeah, I feel like overall it's just like it's a completely different vibe, and it's a completely different outlook, and especially now that we have had a season of ranked battles, it's going to be such a different playing field now, because everybody's going to know everyone's gonna know what gonna know what they're doing for the most part. What are you hunting? Anything within Wild Zone 20, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I would love to get a Shalfa from the center here. A Shalfa that I could use more specifically. But for the most part, oh wait, I have Shiny Malamar that I could use too. Forgot about that. Anyway, mainly looking for, I guess, the start. So the starters: Gardevoir, Garbodor, Scrafty, Dragels, and Lucario. Like, those are the only ones I have left, and then whatever spawns in the center as an alpha. At least for right now. Within about 6 minutes or so, we're gonna go to Wild Zone 8. That was actually the second shiny I found. It was unintentional. But yesterday was just a lot of like what ifs and predictions and all that stuff. Or not yesterday, Monday I meant. But yeah, I'm gonna switch it up in about 5 minutes or so. Go for Wild Zone 8, see if I can't find a shiny Gibble. For about half an hour, and then I'm gonna try and get Pokemon together to use for ranked matches, and try to get through as much of that as I can. That way I can put more time into shiny hunting in the future until the next season. Because it would be pretty cool to have the Delphoxite, Delphite, whatever they're gonna call it, whatever they're choosing to call it. Excuse me. Egg room. I don't need aggron. Oh, Totodile. Edene. Powdon. Why couldn't you be a Shalfa? Oh my god. Get looped, idiot. Alright, I'm being rather dumb. Grandpa. Stunfisk. Oh, bubbles. No, you're not. Crafty. Oh, you got looped so hard. Woo! Woo! Lucario. Oh. Alphas. Okay. Just kidding. Cross my ass. I'm 10:59. Alright. Last loop, and then we go to Wild Zone 8. Go to Wild Zone 8 and try and hunt there. For hopefully a Gibble. Hopefully a Gibble. I mean, if I get Drillburs and whatnot, then I'll honestly be fine with that. But I still need those shinies anyway. Right, this. Alrighty. Bro. Dial. Oh. Reset. Back. Good. Uh-oh, Raggy. Would it just work more better to just fly? Guess so. Alpha Quackawalk. A big old Noparino for me. Bye bye. Wait. Inoki. This one. This time for real. Ow. Thing from fucking life here. Wild Zone 8 can just eat shit, honestly, because give me just 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself. Okay. Sorry. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Right. Well, Zone 8, or as I like to call it, the tuck and roll zone. Ow. Of which I am not really doing all too well. Let's see. Could also use. I should exchange my colorful sprues at some point. Excuse me. Alright, can we stop using sand tool on it? Gimbal. Alright. These times we will find the Gibble. Oh, shit. Did I already fly? Yes, I did. Ew, Shawnee. Stop! I got it. Is that a second Gibble? Wait a minute. I was about to be like, wait a minute. Early daybreak. Alright. But why is it that everything in this wild zone wants to murder me? Go down here. The day is resetting. There we go. You want alpha? Excuse me. Ow, 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 ow. Tell me why I just got a shiny alpha Froakie. Because you're cool as fuck. You're cool as fuck, and the Pokemon gods decided to give you that shiny alpha Froakie. Damn! Everything wants to kill me. I'm leaving. Oh, hello. Well, I'm trying to hunt anything really. My hope is that I can try and get a shiny Gibble within the next 15 minutes before I try and set up a team for the second season of Ranked. And then I'm gonna try and get through as much of that as I can. Uh-oh, camera gonna kill me. Camera gonna kill my ass. Yep. Kidding. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to really start shiny hunting until I had the shiny charm. Just because since there's nothing like the sandwiches or anything like that, then that's an alpha Gibble. But yeah, since there's nothing like the sandwiches or anything like that, I was just like, you know what, let me not make myself annoyed at just trying to spend however long getting whatever Pokemon. Away we go. If this thing could pop a shiny alpha Gibble, there's two shiny alpha, or two, not shinies. There's two alpha Nummels and a Gibble. Not an alpha Gibble. That thing just popped up because it wanted to. Ow. Right. 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 I lied. I'm out. Bye. There we go. like, I want Gibble. I fucking hate this Wild Zone with passion. Wild Zone 8 sucks. And it only sucks because it's like, I can shiny hunt. I can shiny hunt, but in theory, like, I'm also having to fight for my life to do so. Run circles. Nothing. Roll. Oh, rock a rock. Rock a rock. Fun? Got nothing. Nothing. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up with 20 Drobers before I get that Gibble. Even though, like, top 2. Dude. Nothing. I don't think there's anything else here. Flying back. Yep. I assume the shiny sound still procs if we're near a shiny in one of the holes, right? Madden's. Because otherwise, how do we know? Bye-bye. And now we go back. Oh. That Machop is after my ass. Bro really said, come here. Where are you? Two alpha. There's a lot of alphas this time around. Oh man, at least one more shiny. Oh, hello. Where are the shinies? The game really said you got 4 yesterday, you got a Shalfa today. Like, you're good. You don't need it anymore. Nothing. Uh, 45? 5 minutes? 5 minutes? Well, y'all could like calm down, cause listen. You. What is? I don't even remember Shiny Drillbur. I don't remember if I ever found a Shiny Drillbur in Scarlet and Violet or if it was just Shiny Excadrill. time is it? 27. So we'll do one more reset. Yeah, like one more reset. This will be our last reset, and then we will shift gears and get our battle team ready for battles. It's like we. That's fine. All right. Let's see. Let's. I want just the shiny Pokemon button. So, my team that I'm going to focus on setting up is going to be Charmander. And I'm going to do Malamar. Now. Oh, we got a lot of... Okay, so we do have mints. Not a lot, but we have some. Oh, we have a couple. Can I purchase mints? I should go to a Pokemon Center. Oh, you know what? Right? More. All right. Let's take a look. Smogon have let's see. stew. Right. Oh, beam. Where can I get mints? That's what I'm. Oh my god. Oh. Let's see. Sushi high roll. Man. Let's see. Sorted. Nope. Hold on. Wait a minute. But where is it? Okay. It should be the restaurant. Restaurant. Oh, guess I'm. I might have to. Ooh. Here. Oh my god. Oh, it's in your looker bureau. Oh my god, I can't remember where. That's where I need to go. Didn't see it because of side quest. Ugh. Just might have to take a moment to go and use the bathroom in a second, so forgive me. Wait, this one. Woo! I have to do battles? No. Oh, no. Not wanted. Five. Have I even? I've done. On zone 3. Oh, I know where this is. Let's see. Yeah, we might have to spend a little bit more time. Building up the tree. Here. Entrance. Damn it. Holy shit. That's a lot of money. Alright, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Oh, we are so back. Okay. Charizard. Go buy more Carbos. I shall honestly just buy like 26 of each. No. Shopping out first. Carbo. You? Give press Carbo. That's that. Now we need to keep doing it. Give them Malamite. What is it called? Where is it? Malamarite. Okay. We need to change your move. I'm a little silly. Physical? I might just keep that then. Let's see. Oh, whoops. Change move. There's Flirt. Now I need Yeah. Oh. Build flamethrower. Gold or monk? Easy. I think we have one modest mint. I'm gonna give I can roll with just right now. Does it mean like wait. Skip. And we could that was I don't remember giving you HP, but okay. Just gotta do Malamar. York. Right. stealth rifle. Malamar is great. I mean, I guess we can still put some time. Go here. I see this beauty. Yeah. My green brain boy. Careful. Careful. So for the most part, I need to get some TMs for Malamar. Aside from that, yeah, fuck it. Let's get some of these ranked battles and start the new season. Oh no! No, I can't yet. Not yet. Go to where is the dojo? There it is. Never mind. All right. Let's see. Hyper training. There you are. Sweet. New Charizard. Use regular bottle caps. Udra. Might as well, right? Yeah. Last one, my boy Malamar. Only guts. Okay. Now, let's do ranked battles. But let's see. I guess can't just get. So let's say we go back. Zone 20. And it'll give us a chance to it'll give us a chance to find more PMs for Malamar. And 2, it'll give us the opportunity to find more TMs. Rose Raid. Vaporeon, Tyranitar. But yeah, I mean, unless if I end up finding like something else I could use. Do I know what off the top of my head? No. Not at all, but got Raichu and Aggron. Arbidor. I could find Dragalge too, that would be great. I thought they would have started the second season already. Why am I running another lap? But yeah, I thought they would have started the second season right away. But I'm sure probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow they'll start. Start the second season of the Game Royale. HP stat then. Crazy thing too is that I think in terms of like the colorful screws go, I don't think I've maxed out on Ash. Maybe I have. Or like on the prize money you can get. Maybe I have and I'm just not remembering correctly, but I guess since we're not worrying about the ZA Royale right now, go and check. Let's see, since I have 20 screws. I do know. After that, I'm gonna or more. Okay, now the amount of prize money that I should be able to get from battles now be a little bit more. Hopefully. But it's that will. That grass was shiny. Billion. Into hell. Man. I forgot because I have to keep reiterating some things. I might have to end or I might have to stop 12:55 instead of at 1. Just so that way I can get everything that I need to say said without having to worry about spending too much time. Alicia? Not. I would like one more shiny, please. One that I do not have. Or a shiny alpha of a Pokemon that I might already have. Do, 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 do. Orion, and Alakazam, Bulbasaur, Gardevoir, Whoa. Can I? Thank you. Who dated it? I really don't remember what Scrafty's shiny looks like. Like, if I'm being so for real, I also don't remember what Scraggy's shiny looks like. But okay. Because as long as we get close enough to them, if they are shiny, I'll hear it. Any Alpha Altaria. Actually, no. It's like while I do want that, like, want all of the alphas, especially all the ones that can like mega evolve. To get a shiny Alpha Altaria after getting the shiny Alpha Glubra, it would be like a calling to just go in with all dragon types. But stop yawning, please. Hello, Rose Red. Like, I want another shiny starter. I don't want Charmander though. I do want Charmander, but I don't want Charmander. Like, that's not my preferred. I also don't want Aggron either. But if Dragonite wanted to show up, but hella Gardevoir, we're tall. That's a tall man. Yalamar. Lucario, Powdon. See, my luck is shit today. Because Monday we did shiny hunting, and granted, it took us 2 hours to find our first shiny. Our first shiny on stream, I should specific. But then after that, it was like the cork was off and fucking shinies were flying out, kind of. Oh, these. I want Alpha Metagross. Like, if I got a shiny Alpha Metagross right now, I would probably take out Malamar in a heartbeat. Malamar would be taken out. I would fucking... like, I would just... I love Metagross. Metagross, bro. I don't think you'll understand. Orion, after Arbador. There ain't shit. But, on our lap. Maybe find some. As long as he's not Malamar. Or Aggron. Or Hippowdon. If it's a Charmander, I'll be fine with it, because technically we could make a Charizard X and Charizard Y build. But get Metagross though. That would be nice. What was I going to say? Is that? Am I tripping balls right? Hold on. It's not. Okay. Bro, I'm so ready for the fucking DLC. Yeah, it sucks because I know we're gonna have to wait a couple of months before we finally get it, but I want it. I want it now. I'm gonna say though. I'm gonna say something. Oh yeah, I saw. So I saw a TikTok. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before. And the guy that was talking about it was actually made a point that I didn't really consider all too much. So, one of the things that people had an issue with regarding Legends ZA was the fact that they announced paid DLC before the game even launched. And there were some people that were upset about it. I was just like, honestly, it doesn't bother me because, you know, there's a lot to do in ZA right now. As long as you're not blowing through the game, I guess, in a way like I did, you know, you're not having to worry about not having content between side quests, the online rank battles, and I guess just the overall story, right? So I don't think it's still worth people getting mad over the DLC being announced, you know, before the game ever released. But I also didn't think to consider the fact that they probably announced the DLC because of the data leak that happened. Right, so they probably figured to get ahead of the curve and announce that already. And you know, some people were mad about it. I was holding out to kind of have an opinion on it until after I played through the game. Because the way that I put it is, like, we don't know truly whether it's considered like cut cut corners or anything like that until, you know, the game is out and people have played through it and all that stuff, right? And having played through it, I don't think that, you know, they really cut corners or anything. I think they did a good job with the main game and gave us enough content to hold us over as long as, you know, we take our time. I'm not one of those people that takes their time. If I get invested into something, like I am playing it through. Like I think since Pokemon Soul Silver, it's been like that. Like I will play through a game pretty much any chance that I can. And nothing's really gonna stop me. But that's besides the point. Oh, but also at the same time, like, you know, while there is valid criticism that can be given as far as like things that Nintendo might do, you know, I think people tend to not see the whole picture and not realize that things are actually a little better than they were before. Because like before we had the Switch, and you know, there was the you know, if you transfer Switch systems, regardless of whether you have the old Switch or not, as long as you have access to your login, you can still access the eShop and re-download your games. Whereas back during the 3DS and Wii U era, well, I don't know about Wii U because I didn't really have that, but at least with the 3DS era, if you lost your system, anything like that, like you had no way of transferring your data over to the new 3DS or whatever, you had to buy that shit all over again. You know, and it's like, and it's like I had even forgotten about that, but again, I saw a video on it. But also on top of that, back, I think it was 2 years ago at this point, my girlfriend still has her 3DS, and I still I interchange whose 3DS it is. But she wasn't really using it all too much, and I was like, hey, you know, is it cool if is it cool if I use the 3DS? And she was like, yeah. So tried to transfer my stuff, or realized that I needed to kind of unlink my Nintendo ID, whatever it was, from the old 3DS, but obviously I didn't have that 3DS anymore. And it wouldn't let me link to her 3DS. So it was a whole thing of like having to call. It was before the eShop shut down for those systems, but thankfully the support line was still up, and you know, I called them and they're like, oh, do you remember what you had on there? I was like, I'm pretty sure I had like Star Fox or something like that, and they were like, no. So they just basically linked my ID and whatnot to her 3DS, and then I basically had to go and purchase all the games that I wanted to purchase again, which I didn't mind doing. I was like, okay, whatever. Like things like, what was it? I think Alpha Sapphire. Forget what else I know I got a few things. And then they announced the eShop closing for the 3DS and Wii U, and I was like, oh. And that was the whole thing. Like I got kind of upset about that. Not upset like angry, but I was a little sad about that. Because it was what I felt like a big part of like my childhood. I say that like I'm 70 years old. I'm not. I'm 29. But anyway, I'll get into that in a second. Which that will be like repeat story that I'm telling, but that's okay. If only either of the 3 of the alphas that spawned were shiny. But yeah, they announced the eShop closing down, and I was like, oh damn, that kind of sucks. And then I was like, well, hopefully they have games. They have games on sale. They did not. So, actually, no, that's a lie. The only games that I remember going on sale were the Ace Attorney games. Ace Attorney 4, 5, and 6. Because I don't think 1, 2, and 3 were on the 3DS. At least not on the 3DS eShop. I'm pretty sure Great Ace Attorney was on the... I think Great Ace Attorney was on the 3DS, but I think it was region locked to Japan only. But which also one of the things that I'm very blessed that the Switch, when it comes to the Switch, is that it's not specifically region locked. So if you do get a game that's out in Japan or something like that, you can play it on the Switch. I think it's just a matter of switching your region. I don't know. I don't have any foreign games like that, so I wouldn't really know. But at least Ace Attorney 4, 5, and 6 went on sale. I got those. And I think I still ended up getting... I think the like the remastered... No, not remastered. Remake? I don't know. Yeah, the remake of the of Bowser's Inside Story. And then I think I got one other of the Mario and Luigi games, but I don't remember. But yeah, so going back to the whole 3DS childhood thing, just to have something to kind of ramble on about for a minute. Yeah, when Nintendo announced that the 3DS and Wii U eShops were shutting down, I got a little sad about that. Like there are very few things. Well, no, that's right. There are very few things outside of like watching something emotional. That kind of get me emotional. That was one of those things that kind of got me a little emotional. I think the other thing was when Toriyama passed. That one, Toriyama passing was the one that hit a lot. But yeah, because I think it was just because of like the nostalgia reasons and just thinking about how many memories and how much I did during that time period. Because like, you know, that was the start of the 3D Pokemon games, which has its criticisms. I will admit that. But you know, it was like Pokemon entering this sort of new era of sorts. But also like I remember X and Y. I've told this story a little bit in like streams from however long ago. But when X and Y was coming out, that was during the time that GameStop was still like it wasn't as popular as before, but it was still going strong, right? But they were doing the midnight release of X and Y, and it was like, oh, you could go just hang out, do whatever it may be, and it was fun. Like I remember meeting one of my, I consider him a friend still. We don't really talk too much, but I know he's doing his own thing, and that's fine and dandy. But I had seen him around, and then seeing him at GameStop, I was like, wait a minute, I know you. And he was like, I know you. We were just like, well, we don't know each other, but like we bonded over that. Dude's crazy good at Smash. Like, at least from what I've gotten to experience firsthand, like he was crazy good at Smash. But like during that event, there were people that were dressed up as like Team Rocket grunts, and they were going around and like basically challenging people to battles on like Black and White 2 or Black and White, whatever. And there was just other stuff that happened as well, that like that just, I don't know, it made that night unforgettable to me. Like I went with my best friend at the time. We don't talk anymore, and that's whatever. I was just like, okay, buddy. But anyway. Trying to think. Like Smash 4 came out. That was a whole big thing. Like that was so everybody that I knew in high school that had a 3DS, for the most part, also played Smash, and that included like a group of friends at the time. Like, so it was like during lunch, we'd be playing Smash. While we were in class and while there was free time, Smash. You know, I feel like there were just certain things that you could do on the 3DS that just it made that sort of made connecting with people feel a little more special, you know? Because like there was also Street Pass, Spot Pass, God, the fucking Street Pass shit and the Street Pass shit and trying to complete all of the and get all the puzzle pieces for the games that they had. That was something. That was a pain in the ass. I didn't really get to complete any of those puzzles because I lived in I lived out in the country and I didn't live any place that was really within walking distance or anything like that. So anytime that I was out, I had my 3DS on me anyway, but like the only times that I ever really got to like get street passes was when I went out to was either when I brought the 3DS to school or if I brought it out to the card shop that I was going to at the time for like Pokemon tournaments and whatnot. God, I miss Pokemon tournaments. Like those were fun. I don't know. Like everything back then felt like maybe it's just because of it feeling so nostalgic. But I don't know. It just I guess the best way that I could think to put it is that they're like gaming back then felt like there was more than just connecting with the people that you were already friends with. Like it was about being able to connect with pretty much anybody, at least in terms of like the 3DS or just Nintendo then, right? Whereas now it's like I don't know if I would exactly say that it does, like there doesn't feel like there's anything sort of unique. And maybe that's the wrong way of putting it, but I don't really know how to explain it. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, like I still play with the 3DS from time to time. Like my main thing right now when it comes to like the main thing that I'm trying to do on the 3DS is, well, two things. So one, I'm trying to shiny hunt legendaries in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. And then two, what I'm thinking of doing before Pokemon Bank gets shut down entirely is I'm thinking about going through like the first three generations of games, and then Gen 6, Gen 7. Thinking about going through those games and trying to catch all of the Pokemon that I can in those games. Just, you know, realistically, there's no other reason aside from I want to have full boxes and have like a complete national dex in Pokemon Home. So, and like I could achieve that with between the between the 5 games that we have out on the Switch, I probably could do that right now. But there's also some missions from Pokemon Home that require you to transfer Pokemon from like certain games. So I'm trying to get that taken care of as well, especially before Pokemon Bank shuts down for good, and those missions will always be those missions will always just kind of be a bitter memory, I would say. Because like, let's see, in terms of what I can do, because I'm pretty sure at least 150, not counting Mew, but at least all 150 Pokemon are available in Pokemon Yellow. Ow. I think all Pokemon are available to catch in Pokemon Crystal. And then I have this for this Shining Pearl. Gen 5 can't really do too much about. I just kind of have to hope that at some point all of the Pokemon are available across all of the generations until they give us a black and white remake. Gen 6 I can do. I mean, Gen 6 I might even be able to complete now, kind of with Legends EA. But that's also if those rumors of not being able to transfer out of Legends EA are confirmed not be true. Because if they are true and we can't transfer out of ZA, at least I'll have X and Y. So, and then I have Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So I think I'm good in terms of of getting Pokemon. Again, I think the only generation that might give me an issue is Gen 5. But I don't think so much now, considering I think a majority of the Pokemon that weren't available in the a majority of the Gen 5 Pokemon that weren't available in the previous Pokemon entries on the Switch, I think they're available now. So I don't have to worry much about that. Now, I think if I wanted to create a living dex, that's gonna be more of a pain in the ass. I think what's also gonna be funny is that when I eventually return to shiny hunting Pokemon, or all of the Pokemon across the Pokedexes in Scarlet and Violet, it's just gonna be so funny seeing like going through the Pokedexes in order and just seeing random bursts of of shiny Pokemon. I don't know. Where is... Can I get one more shiny, please? Let's do one. I technically got 4 minutes. We'll do like... We should be able to do like two more bench resets, do a lap around, and then we can call it there. Because now that I think about it, I actually have to get a bag put together with all of my entertainment stuff. Oh, I got a lot to do. Or, I don't think I got a lot to do, but I have quite a bit that I do. But I'll go over that one once we do. Once we do R2 out. This is one. And our last one. There. Full rope. That's the trick. Oh, I hear my phone buzzing like a motherfucker. Crocodile, no drag elge, no Skarmory, nothing. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's see if the season has ended. Okay, never mind. Alright. So, let's see. Is this still not working? It's not. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not working here, so we'll just do this. Keep this screen open. But few things I want to make mention of before I do end stream. First thing, thank you to anybody and everybody who came out to watch the stream, whether it was for a little bit or for the full thing. I really do appreciate it, and hope you guys do come back around for future streams. And just as a reminder, if you do like what you see, and you want to come back around for future streams, be sure to drop a follow, subscribe, whatever, depending on where you are watching this from. Second thing, I did make mention of this before, but my stream schedule has changed. Basically, I've gotten a new job, and to kind of balance out the work life as well as like this, along with like my just overall health, I've changed the stream schedule just a little bit. It's not too drastic of a change. Just instead of Monday through Friday, it is now Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We'll be streaming. What I end up playing those days, it kind of just depends on the overall mood. I mean, now that I got the Shining Charm on this, like, now I don't mind playing ZA to try and shiny hunt Pokemon here. But you know, it could change. I could play like Binding of Isaac one day. I could play Pika another day. I could, you know, do the possibilities are endless. But yeah, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we'll be streaming. Usually I'm trying to aim for like a 10 a.m. It might be a little earlier, might be a little later than that. But yeah. So those are the days that I will be streaming, and you know, as time goes on and as you know things change in regards to work or anything like that, you know, I'll be sure to sort of make adjustments as need be, and of course I'll let everyone know. To go along, or to go off of that though, this week, today is the last day this week that I will be streaming. I am taking a road trip tomorrow with my girlfriend and a few friends. But I will be gone up until I think like Monday night, maybe even really early Tuesday morning. So I won't be streaming. Until next Wednesday, actually. But just to give a heads up as far as that goes. And is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else. Making sure. I think the plan for next time is either we will we'll either come back and we'll do more shiny hunting in this. We might play Pokemon Unite. I'm not entirely sure, just because the ranked season right now is kind of hectic, and yeah, I tried playing once and I was like, oh god, this is bad. We might play Binding of Isaac, or we might do a solo climb in Peak. Unless if I can manage to get people together to play Peak with. At least that early in the day, right? But yeah, those are the things that I am considering. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, but with all that being said, Thank you guys for coming out, for watching. I am Freak of Sound, and I will see you guys next Wednesday. Be safe. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Most importantly, just take care of yourselves. Bye, everyone.